wake up and smile, 'cause it's been a while. It's been like a whole day since I stopped so you could hold me. But this child awaits, strong in the faith. Lord, you are the refuge that I can't wait to get to, 'cause I can't let a day go, can't let a day go by without thanking you for the joy that you bring to my life. And there's something about the way your sun shines on my face. It's a love so true, I can never get enough of you. This feeling can't be wrong. I'm about to get my worship on, take me away. It's a beautiful day. Yeah.
Yes. Welcome to Face with Gerald and Regina, where we give a different perspective on real life issues with transparency. It is a beautiful day.
It's a very nice wet day.
Wet day. I was about to say, I was trying to be nice. It's kind of wet, but it's still a beautiful day. So welcome to Face with Gerald and Regina. And before I have Gerald do the exposure, we really we're in December already, and I was thinking we've been doing this since 2021.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a while.
And we thank God for our supporters, those that rock with us on live, on Face to Face, on Facebook, and then also those that look us up on YouTube. And we just want to just appreciate you. Thank you so much for the encouragement, for the shout outs, even when we do our live, when you go into our comments, thank you so much. Even those that have called in, thank you so much. And so we have been visiting some topics, some really good topics, and we are doing a part 2. It is our men more marriage minded. Are men more marriage minded? I almost got tongue tied. Part 2. But before we do that, do you need exposure?
Yes. Do you need exposure? Listen, we're here to help. We're not here to take away or anything like that. As soon as I can get my engineer to put the flyer up for us, that would be great. So if you need exposure, listen, we're here to help. If you have a ministry, a business, you got a book, or you have a story you would like to tell, and you just want to get the word out, and you would like the world to know what you have to offer, what you have going on as far as your ministry, business, or whatever it is that you got. Listen, Face to Face, me and Regina, Gerald and Regina, we're here to help you out. I will not give my email address out, and I will not give my phone number out. I've been getting some weird emails and some weird phone calls and stuff like that. So respectfully, we won't be doing that anymore. But if you could inbox us. Send us a message, and we'll definitely get you going, and we'll tell you what you need to do to follow the directions.
Yep.
All right.
One more thing I wanted to say is the email that we do have a Face to Face, so it's face2facepodcast21@gmail.com if you want to email us. But the best way is for you just to inbox us on our Facebook page.
Yes.
So we're revisiting.
Yes, are men more marriage-minded? Part 2.
Part 2. And I think some of my views on certain things have changed. Just a little bit. Just a tad bit.
Life changed. The world changed. Everything changes. And it's a good thing, not a bad thing.
Yeah. So the question is, are men more marriage-minded? Here I go, tongue-tied again. And I know the first one, I was kind of in the middle. I was like, not really. But overall, yes. Okay? Yeah. So that's what's changed. Yes. What I had wrote some stuff down here. But then I'm also, me, I'm going to break it down, unfortunately, when it comes to, because to me, overall, men are more marriage-minded, but I'm going to break it down from the 1970s and 80s up until now.
And you know me,
and I'm going to break it down by race. I know some people may get offended. but oh well. So research suggests that men may benefit more from marriage than women in terms of health. Men may derive greater health benefits from marriage than women. And what I have here, because this is a whole bunch of stuff I put down, we're gonna do the characteristics of a marriage-minded man, and then why men avoid marriage towards the end. You're like, So you can go ahead and chime in.
You know, it's a lot of times a lot of people, they want, because I've been hearing a lot of women or a lot of men or a lot of people talk about high value women or high value men.
Yeah.
And of course everybody wants somebody to be a provider. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. Definitely not taking that away from anybody, but sometimes a man or a woman or just somebody, you know, being a provider is never, it's not always money. It's not always money.
Yeah.
It can be mental. It can be, you know, providing laughter. You know, it can be providing, as I said, mental support. And it's a lot of times
Emotional, yeah.
and it's a lot of times people will quickly run towards, oh, I need a man to provide. Okay. What if he's not in a position to provide financially towards you? He has a job, but he's not in a position to take care of you and his needs as well. You know, what about he's a nice young man. He keeps himself clean. He keeps a haircut. He has a job. He has a vehicle. You know, he's on his way to getting his credit together. He's on his way to getting his financial situation together. And what if, you know, all of those things are intact or in line, and he has good qualities of a husband, but some women won't even give a man like that a chance. Some women won't even give a man like that a chance, and I'm not, you know, just being disrespectful, but a lot of women are quick to say, well,
not all.
Some, not all.
Okay.
You know, and you got to correct me sometimes. But it's a lot of women. It's a lot of women. And I get it. You the woman. You gonna come to the women rescue at all times.
Because I'm not gonna say all men. It's some men.
But it's some men are like that, and some women they'll quickly say, well, I don't want him. He's not good enough for me. Well, I said, well, when are you gonna let a man, you know, creep up on you? Or some women will say, well, why he looking at me? Well, what you think? The reason why? What you think he looking at? Why you think he looking at you? You know what I'm saying? He looking at you because he think you fine. He think you pretty. That's what he looking at. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of times women or either men sometimes be like, man, what she looking at? Men to do the same thing. Because I'm a man. I do the same thing. I mean, I'm married now, but a lot of men, or when I wasn't married, I was like, man, what's she looking at? But now I know what she's looking at. I'm a handsome young man, if I so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But I said, but it's a lot of people will quickly run to that and say, what they looking at? I don't know you. Well, he trying to get to know you. He checking for you. He's showing you, I'm checking for you. I'm showing you, hey, you know, and it's a lot of men and women, you know, it's nothing, and we're not even talking about this, but it's nothing wrong with dating to have a potential husband. You know, go ahead.
I know for me, and maybe some women, as a believer, to me, that's where prayer comes in.
Yeah.
Your relationship with God.
Yeah.
And discernment. Because, are men more marriage-minded? Yes, they are. But then there's a time in the season. And men and women, I just feel that if you're not in a position financially, you shouldn't be dating.
And that's true.
You should be just trying to get yourself together, get your credit score or whatever, you know, is going on to get that together. I almost lost my train of thought. But there's nothing wrong. I know for me, right now, because I have so many things going on, I'm using me as an example. I'm not desperate. Yeah, would I mind? Yeah, I don't mind, but I know right now, I know God is doing so much. There's some things that I need to purge out, and I'm being transparent. And then there's businesses and there's stuff that I'm trying to get myself together. So to me, I wouldn't say it would be a burden or the person would get in the way. It's just God would have to literally say, have to speak to me and say, hey, this is the person for you. But yeah, I always echo that. If you're not financially, because in some cases it do take finances.
It does.
If
to hang out, to
hang
go out,
yeah.
to go to a movie, even if you just want to go on an extremely cheap date. Let's go.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with cheap dates.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with coffee. I know some women will get mad at me.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with going to Starbucks.
And I prefer that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You got to get to know someone. So
I
don't want you taking me out to a five course. No, we can just go to Starbucks. We can go to one of these cafes they have. Let's have some coffee.
You can go to McDonald's and have you a 75-cent cup of ice cream cone. If you want to do that, you can go to McDonald's. That's an extremely cheap date. Yeah, them kids in there running around, they playing, they running their mouth and all that stuff. But you can go to McDonald's and have an extremely cheap date and sit at one of them little tables and eat your ice cream, and y'all laugh and y'all talk and y'all get to know each other in a public place.
But, yeah.
Nobody's rubbing and touching and feeling on each other and all of that type of stuff. If you do that, that's your business. It ain't got nothing to do with me or ain't got nothing to do with whatever. But what I'm saying is it's nothing wrong with going on a cheap date, especially if a man is not in that position to be dating nobody. It's nothing wrong with having a friend. Or if a woman is not in the position to be dating nobody, it's nothing wrong with having a friend. Also, I'm gonna let you have it in a few minutes.
No,
also, the scriptures say, "He that findeth the wife findeth a good thing." Okay, let me tell you this right here. Y'all might get mad at me. You might turn your nose up at me, and that's fine. I pray to God that you don't. But he can't find you if you're at home all the time. He can't find you if you're at home all the time, or if you hanging out with your nosy homegirls that all they want to do is start stuff and be messy all the time. but I'm being serious, But I'm being serious about that. That's one of the things that's very unattractive to a man. And that's why I probably don't have a lot of friends. I probably got about 2 or 3, and that's really it. That's very unattractive to a man when he can't he know his wife is somewhere, but he can't find you. You know what I mean? Cause he can't find, again, like I said, he can't find you if you're at home all the time. He can't find you if that's all you do is go to church, and if you go to and you go home, and that's it. And truth be told, some people they think that's okay. Boy, them comments lighten up. And some people they feel like that's okay, and they homebodies and they just like to stay at home. I get it. But, hey, let me be quiet.
Because I just thought about something. I was like, some women and men, especially women, they think that a man is just going to pop at your door just knock on there.
He's not.
And unfortunately, because I'm a homebody.
Yeah, and that's why I said that, because I know you cool with staying at home, watching movies. Eating your little piece of your popcorn and just chilling.
or I'm studying, or I'm trying to think of other business aspects.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with putting yourself out there. I ain't talking about, especially you believe, I ain't talking about going to the club and stuff like that. I'm talking about just putting yourself out there, go to the museum,
exactly.
Go on a date night all by yourself. I mean, just because I've gone to Dave and Buster's. I like arcades. I've done it by myself. Or you can go to the movies. There's a lot of stuff that you can do to put yourself out there. And I just want to be clear. I didn't say go to the club or go here. Just put yourself out there. So that you could be found, and then again, it depends on the season, because it could be a season for you to be in, so God can really speak to you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's true. Yeah. And that's true. I mean, like you said, it could be a season for you to be in, for God to actually talk to you, because
prepare you
because God, I just.
People get out.
I got to say it because ain't no man checking for no woman that's got a bonnet on. Let's go to the store with pajamas.
Oh yeah,
and t-shirts.
Yeah,
and a t-shirt with bonnets on with house shoes that's slippery up on the bottom. Ain't no man checking for you. I promise you, he not. He looking right past you. I mean, some men are. I mean, that's what some men like. But if you go, I mean, if I see a woman, well, like I said, I'm married now, so that ain't my thing. But when I wasn't, when I would go to the store, I would see a woman like that.
Okay,
I'm gonna keep going.
I'm
No,
I'm not a bonnet person, and I'm not pajama person. But I'm putting the cap on, and I may have my sweats on.
Yeah.
I'm not going out with makeup. I'm not a makeup person anyway. I'm more natural. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not going out in stilettos. I'm going out.
Of
with
course not.
sneakers.
Of course not. And at the end of the day, if you pretty, you just pretty. If you pretty and you beautiful, and if you got your thing working, you know, you got your caboose working. Y'all know what a caboose is. Now y'all ain't that saved now. Y'all ain't that saved.
Maybe I need to stay at home.
You know what a caboose is. You know what a top and a bottom is. You know if you got your thing working, it's just gonna show up. But I said, but our topic is, are men more marriage minded? And the thing about it is, I think some men want to be married, but some men, they don't want to be married. So it's a fine line of a bit of a confusion going on. Because because if you look at the scripture, it's never for man to be alone. It's scripture talk about that. Men should never be alone. Because what's gonna happen is if you stay alone, what you're gonna do is you're gonna find yourself. See, y'all finna say something else that might kind of make y'all kind of like, I can't. He say. You gonna find yourself addicted to masturbation. You're gonna find yourself addicted to pornography. You're gonna find yourself looking at rumps more than you looking at your Bible. I'm just saying, maybe you not that guy. Maybe you're not that guy. But some men are, and that's what I'm saying, and that's when the scripture talks about men should not be alone. He don't want you to be by yourself. Find a wife. He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. But here's the thing. Some women, you know, like Miss Regina said, you know, she likes staying at home. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking that, but you at least got to be in his way. You at least got to be in his way so he can find you. And when you in his way so he can find you, look like something. Be presentable. Boy, I'm probably gonna get some hate mail for saying that. Man. But I said that's my friend there, Denise. She said she be in these streets a lot, and she said she is single. And I said, and Denise, she's a very nice young lady. She's a business owner out there, and she has a salon out in Garland.
Okay.
So we ain't got no her, so we can't benefit. She can't benefit from us. So.
I think with mine, because mine grows real quick.
Yeah.
So mine's is real low. Is better. But I wanted Proverbs 18:22. A man who finds a wife finds treasure. This is paraphrasing, and he receives favor from the Lord.
That's what the Bible say. We didn't say that.
Okay, so it said, "Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and he obtaineth favor of the Lord." So I just wanted to complete that. But no, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I know for me, yes, I mean, I've been married before.
Yeah.
And I'm just really waiting on God. But then, like I said, there's a time in the season, and it's just my season right now.
Yeah.
Just to hear from God.
Yeah.
And
it's nothing wrong with that.
Perfect, you know, some gifts and stuff like that God has bestowed upon me.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yes. So I did want to go over the factors that influence a man's decision to get married. Okay. You was like,
because I got something to say about about that.
Okay. So health and happiness. Married men are generally happier and healthier than unmarried men. Do you agree?
Oh, I definitely agree.
Okay.
I definitely agree. Most definitely.
Financial security. Married men are more financially secure than unmarried men.
I definitely agree with that because that's one of the things I can truly say. My wife, she provides peace. Yes, peace. My wife, she provides peace. because she like peace. Because we both work so much, and we always ripping and running and doing this and doing that, and that's the last thing we want to do when we get home, be in an argument or be at odds about this, be at odds about that. All right, yeah, we might have some heated fellowship a little bit, but about 10 to 15 minutes into it, after that, all right, what did we learn from that?
Exactly.
What did we learn from that? What can we do about that so it won't happen again? All right, give me a kiss. And we done with it.
And you're done.
And we done with it.
I have on here remarriage. Men are most likely to remarry
Yeah.
than women. Productivity. Men are more marriage-minded men are more likely to be promoted and receive higher performance ratings than single men. Do you agree with that?
Oh, I definitely agree with that. Definitely.
Men believe that with marriage and children, men believe that children are better off with two married parents are more likely to be married to and have children. So they marriage. Okay, guys that are marriage minded are more likely they want to wife you up before you have that child, or in some instances you do, if you do have a child, they will marry you. You know what I'm saying? So they want a 2-parent household. So do you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And when I was trying to find my wife, let me say this because I am a preacher. I promise you, I wasn't looking for no woman that's got a long dress. Yeah.
Okay.
We just gonna keep it real right there. Yeah, I promise you. I was looking for. I'm just finna say it. Some of y'all might kind of get a little cringe, a little bit, tighten it up, whatever, however you want to call it. I ain't finna be disrespectful, but I was looking for a top, and I was looking for a nice rump.
Okay.
And I was looking for hips and thighs.
I know
That's
the
what I was
engineer's
looking
like,
for.
okay.
I was looking for hips and thighs. And I say, and the thing about it is, as saved as I am, and I say I ain't super saved, but I do consider myself a man of God.
Yeah.
But I said, but at the same time, I'm just telling you, that's what I was looking for. So just what I said, just because I'm saved, that don't mean I'm blind. You know, I mean, that's we might have to take that one. Just because I'm saved, that does not mean I'm blind.
Oh,
I am not blind. I know what nice looking women look like. So that when I said before I got married and I was looking for my wife, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a pretty woman, and my wife, she's beautiful. But you know what I'm saying? But I said, but at the same time, I think a lot of men they desire and want to be married, but they just can't find their wife because sometimes some women are not what we think they should look like, or some women are a little bit heavy in some areas. And that's not being disrespectful or anything like that. Go ahead.
But do you think the emphasis is really placed on the look? Because you're not going to have a Kim Kardashian.
No.
That would be nice.
You're
not going to have a Barbie doll.
I don't even want that. That's a headache. That's a headache.
That's a headache.
I don't want that.
And that's probably another show too, because if you look at it physically, because women are the same way.
Yeah.
They want the abs. And the only thing you'll probably get is the abs.
That's it. That's it. He gonna be crazy. He gonna have an attitude problem. He might beat you. He might beat you up every now and then. He might slap you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, some people, some men are like that. Some women, they're like that. Verbal, abusive, physical abuse, all of that. And next thing you know, you're like, dang, I didn't know it was going to be like this.
Of course you want somebody to be physically appealing, but then my thing is I want somebody that has a heart of God, that who's seeking God, who's putting God first. Yeah. And do I want him to look like Denzel? No. But I think now, just on the outside looking in, there are so many people that are looking at the physicality and not really the substance. And then you're missing out because you may have a female or a male that fits that criteria because they're a little chunky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, you got to be willing to and that's what I tell a lot of men. I tell a lot of guys that say, man, listen, you got to be willing to look past all of that. If this woman thinks she thinks you just the next thing, the sliced bread. I say if she she's nice, she respects you, she smell good, She knows how to cook. She knows how to treat you. She knows how to give you the things that you need. Give you the tools. Let me say it like that. Give you the tools that you need so you can go on and be a successful man mentally. All right, mentally, because it's a lot of guys. It's the mental stuff. At least the guys that I know, it's mental stuff. If you can stimulate me mentally, it's on. Let's go far.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, if she's providing all of those things, and then she'll make bacon with you. Yeah.
Not the bacon.
Then she'll make bacon with you. I can't get rated R. But I said I can't get rated R. You're gonna have to use your imagination to know what I'm talking about. And then she'll make bacon with you real good. Boy, these people, they be tripping me out. Yeah, and Tremaine, he in the comments, he said hips and thighs. I know that's right. And he a pastor. He like that. And the thing about it is, if a woman is treating you like a king, that you desire to be, and she's giving you everything that you have ever wanted and have ever desired, or she's helping you to figure out things. Sometimes as men, our thoughts get a little cloudy and a little foggy, and sometimes we need a woman, that'll come in and just say a few things or just do a few things, and next thing you know, it's all right. And be like, oh, okay, I could have just figured that out, But that's that's why we need that rib, Need that rib.
I wanted to explain this. Proverbs 18:22. He who finds a wife finds a good thing, obtains favor from the Lord.
Yeah.
The verse can be applied to both a man finding a wife and a woman finding a husband, but in this one it's finding a wife. The verse rejects the idea that God considers a celibate life to be holier than marriage.
Yes.
The favor mentioned in the verse does not mean that a married man is more loved by God, but rather that God is pleased by such a choice.
Exactly.
So for those that are tuning in, we are talking about are men more marriage minded, and we all agree. Yes, they are. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, if you would like to call in, the phone number is 469-708-8609. Again, 469-708-8609. If you would like to chime in, if you would like to call and say, hey, what's up? And if you want to add to this discussion, you are more than welcome. So it is on the screen.
Of course.
469-708-8609.
And the reason why I say men are men more marriage minded, and the reason why I agree with it, because men knows what it takes for them to be successful. They know what it takes for them to be successful. I know I need a woman in my life. I know that I need a wife. I know that I cannot just be out here just doing what I'm doing and just walking alone and just, nobody to share my life with, And I mean, in the scriptures say, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. He finds favor. And there's something that happens with that in the spirit when a man finds a wife. There's something that just sparks it.
Yep.
That all of a sudden, everything that he could possibly ever dreamed of and ever wanted, immediately it just starts happening. For her and for him, immediately it just starts happening. Same way with me. It just started happening. It just started happening because of like all the businesses that we own and stuff like that. I had the thought, but I had to meet somebody that had the same thoughts that I had. I had to meet somebody and get in the same company with somebody that had the same thoughts, the same mindset that I have. And guess what? Guess what we did? We turned that thing around. Now we running maybe 4 or 5 businesses. And that's why I be so busy now. But that's a different thing. But that's why men know that they need somebody, especially if you're in ministry. Especially if you're in ministry, you definitely need a wife. You definitely need a wife. You can't be just going here, flying here state to state, and doing what you're doing. Because that's what it was with me. I was over here flying over here in this state over here preaching, and this state over here preaching, and I'm just going over there and I'm single. And these women know I'm single.
Yeah.
boy, they eat me alive. So
That's why you stay focused.
that's why you
prayed
stay
up.
focused. So you get done preaching, you leave.
You leave.
You go back to your room and you don't leave until it's time for you to go. You go get you something to eat, and then
Barricade
you go
yourself
about your business. So,
Barricade yourself behind the toilet and stuff.
yeah. You see, Tremaine said that's a mature man. It
Mm-hmm.
is. It is. You have to be very mature when you're making your decisions. When it comes to a wife or dating somebody or you choosing a friend, even if you're not ready for marriage, you have to be mature when it comes to dating. Women as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because in relationships, either I'm gonna make you better, or either I'm gonna make you worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Either I'm gonna make you my better half, or either I'm gonna make you my worse half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can get around somebody and yoke up with them too much, and next thing you know, you'll find yourself walking backwards or doing something that you used to do. And you be like, "Hey, why am I doing that?" Because you got around them, because that's what they do.
And I think the key thing is prayer.
Yeah.
And just using that discernment.
Yeah.
And really, I would say being intimate with God, just having that relationship, that one-on-one relationship with God, because He's gonna let you know.
Yeah, you gonna feel it in your gut.
If this is the one, or because everything will click, but you will know.
Yeah.
And to me, prayer is key. Fasting and praying, but it is key, especially when it comes to a relationship, and especially if you want to get married, because this is the person that God is going to put you in covenant with.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be like-minded. You have to be spirit-minded.
You gotta be.
So to me, you have to use discernment.
You gotta be.
And prayer is key. Yeah.
Because I mean, when I met my wife during the time when I was dating this one, dating that one, trying this one, trying that one, and it was all alone, I was like, man, why I can't find it? And why I can't find this one? Why I can't find that? And all along, it was two things that God had showed me, that because number one, you're not asking for the right thing. Number two, that ain't the one I have for you.
See, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like I began to get in prayer, and I began to ask God, well, what do I ask for? And He told me, He said, you need a woman that pray a lot.
And see, I'm glad. Thank you so much.
You need a woman that pray a lot.
Yep.
So
Because sometimes we,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just thinking like a man, he may want the one that has the long hair, the one that has a Coke bottle figure, but she doesn't know how to pray.
She don't
and
know
then
how to
she's
pray.
only focused on the look. And the same with the female, where she just focused on somebody that has the waves and somebody that looks like Denzel or has
Yeah.
and nothing wrong with having that. But my thing is, if that's what your focus is, and you're looking at the physical, but you're not looking at their heart and what God, and is doing within them.
Exactly.
So, and then there's nothing wrong. And I don't want anybody, well, we got to get someone ugly. No, I'm not saying that.
No, I'm not.
It's
Exactly.
just that sometimes what you, like you was telling me, sometimes what you feel that, what you want in a person is something totally the opposite of God sending you
what
something.
God wants. Exactly.
Yeah. And it could be that person can pray you through.
Exactly. Exactly. Because you may be a very, very attractive woman or a very, very attractive man
Bad attitude.
with a bad attitude.
Don't know how to pray.
You don't know how to pray. You do not have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
I ain't saying you got to be holier than thou.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is you don't have a relationship with God. You can't even take me across the street. So why do I want to walk with you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. Tremaine going in on these comments, but he won't call in though. So
You
he
Come on, Pastor Tremaine.
he going in on these comments, but he won't call in. Yeah.
So what I want to do is I wanted to go with the characteristics of a marriage-minded man. Okay, and I think we already went some. They have good character. They have good character, and they have godly character. That's it right there.
Exactly.
Good character, and I'm gonna add godly character. They communicate well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
They are independent and not codependent.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
They are, and this is what Pastor Tremaine was saying. They are emotionally mature.
Yeah.
Okay. They are emotionally available.
Yeah.
They
That's good.
live a marriage directed lifestyle. They
do
talk.
You, do you like being married?
Do you like being married? Yeah.
Dang, I gotta go home. I don't want to go home. Next
Well,
thing
you
you know,
marriage-minded.
you ain't marriage minded. Next thing you know, you sit in your car 30 or 40 minutes on your phone. Come on, man, get out the car, man. Go ahead.
And this is for women that are single.
Yeah.
They talk about a future with you in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it again. Ooh, this mic. They talk about a future with you in it.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to be a forever girlfriend. I told
please.
my that's bad.
No.
That's another. Okay.
That's just
Not a
crazy.
forever girlfriend.
If you over 30, you too old to be a girlfriend. If you over 30, man, you too old to be somebody's boyfriend.
What about courting?
Courting.
Let's talk about courting.
Courting, that's different. Courting is different. Now if we're gonna talk about courtship,
Yes.
this is a good show. We gotta do a part 3 of this. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. If y'all dating, courting, here's the thing. Oh my God.
Go ahead and say it.
If y'all dating, if y'all courting, listen, don't be ashamed if the other party start talking about the freak level. Okay.
But that's a part of the
That's a part of it.
courtship.
That's
Just
a part of it.
Feeling out.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be nice about it.
I ain't.
Just feeling out.
Exactly.
Just feeling out.
Exactly, because especially if y'all dating if y'all dating with a purpose. If you're dating to head towards marriage,
Yes.
you have
Say
to
that
be able
again.
to know if that person's freak level is on your freak level. And if it ain't, y'all gonna have some problems. Y'all are gonna have some problems. I know y'all ain't gonna say nothing. I know y'all done got quiet
So
because
filled with the Holy Ghost,
because
fire
because a lot of
baptized,
people
got
in these
Jesus on your mind.
exactly because a lot of y'all know who I am, but at the same time, and I'm just saying, man, listen, y'all got to be compatible in that area as well. That's just real talk. You have to be compatible and be able to get with each other in that area as well. Now, if he ain't, well, you might need to introduce him some stuff. Or if she ain't, introduce her to some stuff, especially if y'all are getting married and y'all want to be able to talk about things on a very mature level. So go ahead.
So I like, and I think this is Pastor Marvin Quick.
I know him. That's my friend.
Dating
I'm
and
surprised he talking because he don't say nothing.
Dating / courting has rules. I do agree.
It does have rules.
Especially if you are believers, because you know the flesh can get in the way. And I really do believe, first of all, it has to be, there has to be purpose. It has to be the end result. Okay, is marriage, meaning that we have to get to know each other. But then I know for me, cutting it off at a certain time, like there's nothing wrong with going on date nights or, on date. But if you know that you're physically attracted to that person because you know that you don't want to give the enemy any room, you may have to flee.
I'm
like
trying
Joseph,
to tell you.
You got to flee.
Listen, now Marvin Quick, now Bishop Marvin Quick. Listen, I'm finna call you out. Now you doing all this talking in these comments. Go on and call in, man.
Yeah, courting is the key. I do agree.
If you can, call in.
No, I agree because he put dating has no purpose, which is because there are serial daters.
People that just date this one.
People date because they want a free meal. Come on now.
For real, because you want a free meal. I used to do that. So I'm gonna go over and hang out with her. I know I can get something to eat. So because I was broke, I didn't have no money.
Yeah. So they are family oriented and they stick around through rough times.
Yes. Yeah.
And to me, this is what courting is about, just seeing if you're compatible. If you get sick, is he gonna if him or her, are they gonna pray? Or
they gonna pray? Or what are they gonna do?
Are they gonna be concerned?
Are they gonna be concerned? Or are they gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna call you back because I'm busy right now.
I'm busy right now.
Yeah, I'm busy right now. I'm gonna call you back. And you'll never hear from them again. Or they won't even bring you nothing to eat. Or they just won't even assist you. They won't even help you with anything.
They won't even help you with anything.
They won't even help you with anything. And that's what courting is about. Getting to know a person, getting to know what their lifestyle is about, getting to know them inside and outside, not inside their pants, not inside, all of that type of stuff. But the thing about it is, you got to be willing to get to know somebody. You got to be willing to let them in, drop your guard, and let them in, not saying let them in your heart, but you got to be able to willing to let them in as willing you letting them in, because I can't get there if you feel like this.
Yeah.
I can't get there if it's like that. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that. And then also be willing to walk away
yeah,
maturely. If it's not going in that direction, because things happen. Sometimes
Of
we
course.
thinking we hearing from God and this is not the right person,
And
but
it's
just
not.
being willing to walk away and then leaving it there, and still, I mean, you can still remain friends, because some
Yeah.
people get really weird. And I'm
Yeah.
saying they get really weird. They block
Yeah.
you and stuff like that. And it's like, why are you doing that? All that, where you can just walk away maturely.
Yeah, because
You
I
know,
mean,
and
I'm
just
serious. Because I
continue to
mean,
pray for that
because I
person.
mean, some of these people I done seen them. They done got married and ain't met nobody in their family. Now watch this. I'm finna show you something. They done got married and didn't meet nobody in their family. Sometimes some of this stuff is in the bloodline. Some of this stuff, I'm saying it crazy, but I'm saying it for jokes, but I'm being very serious. Some of this stuff in the blood, some of this stuff is in the bloodline, because if they daddy crazy, they probably crazy. If they mama crazy, they probably crazy too. If they mama got an attitude problem, don't know how to respect nobody, she probably like that too. Or even vice versa, him. He don't know how to respect nobody. You can't tell him nothing. He don't want to listen to nothing. They probably like that too. See, this is going to have to be a part 3.
Yeah.
This is going to have to be a part
We're
3.
going to have some guests with us.
We're going to have to.
And I understand that, but I do believe in prayer and curses being broken in some bloodlines and some generational curses. That's what I believe.
That's
They
right.
always
Yeah,
fall
let's see,
to-
Marvin, he said we always fall to our flesh.
Yes.
And you're right, we do. Because we human. We like what we see. We like rumps, we like tops. If you know what a top is, I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
We like what we see. And when I ain't dead, I know what it looked like. She know what it looked like. So at the end of the day, and like you said, we fall to our flesh, and we do. Some are not that strong. Some are not that strong. I've had people in ministry tell me, "Man, I almost did it." But some told me, no, don't do that. We was right in the middle of, we was kissing and we was about to pull our clothes down and we was about to go on and do it. But some stopped us and said, no, don't do that. I'm serious.
No, I mean, and that's being
Yes.
transparent.
Yes.
And that's where the fasting and the praying comes in, and that's we be like Joseph and Philippe. I'm being
Yeah,
serious.
buddy.
Sometimes you have to know.
See, he said, some stuff you'll find out later in life. That's right. You'll find out. And when you do find out, you got to be ready to deal with it.
Yeah.
You can't be like, well, I don't want to. I'm quit you. No, ain't no quitting. No, we finna work this out. No, ain't no working it out. Or either, no, I'm finna go outside, I'm busy. Yeah, you can go sit in the car for a few minutes to kind of calm down if y'all done had some heated fellowship. And then you come back in and then you talk like civilized adults. But in the meanwhile, if it's heated fellowship and you know it's heated, don't try to make no decisions when it's heated fellowship. Don't. So
Yep. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in this right
go
now.
ahead.
So I broke this down because overall, men are more marriage minded. But when you break it down to race,
Okay.
okay,
Nothing wrong with that at all.
okay, so 1960s to 1990s, 61% black men married, married minded, to 74% white men.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Wow.
okay, now 32% black men to 56% white men. They're a lot more marriage minded.
Really?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, back in the 1960s and 1990s, 61%. Okay, I got it ready right now. Okay, and to 74%, even though there's a decline with white men, it's still over 50%. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It also says that there are some men that would rather cohabitate
Yeah.
than marry. They
Yeah.
figure if you're doing everything,
Yeah, you're doing everything.
you're doing your
now.
wifely duties, why
Why
what
we
we
gonna
need
get
a
married?
paper?
What we need papers for?
Uh-huh.
Hey, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then also, and this was in 2020, and I think it's kind of the same. Okay.
Marvin, he crazy. He said men need counseling, period.
Women too.
Yeah, for real.
Pastor, they need women too. But 2020, and it may have gone, I think it's kind of the same. 51.4% of black men have never been married.
Yeah.
47.5 black women have never been married. So it's like we have a lot of work to do.
I've met some guys, and I'm not gonna call his name. It's one guy that I know. He literally told me, he says, "Man, I'll never get married because I don't want to." He said, "I've seen what people go through, and I've seen what people deal with, and I've seen what people go through, and I've seen all the headaches and all the heartaches that they have, and all the problems and all the issues."
So he didn't see a good example at all.
He did not. He has not seen a good example. So when I get around him, I try to show him a good example. But he told me straight up. He said, "Man, I'll never get married. I don't want to get married." He said, "I'm fine with who I am and what I'm doing." He said, "I'm fine with that." He said, "I'll never get married and don't want to get married." You know, and I say, and like Marvin, he said in the comments, men need counseling and women do too. Because I mean, I can only speak for men because I'm a man. Men, we go through a lot of mental stuff. The older I get, the more the devil attacks my mind. Because I said, because of who I am, and I can guarantee you that's what that is. The older I get, because I'm almost 50 years old, the devil, he attacks my mind. And a lot of times I have to snap out of it, or either get around some people that can help me snap out of it, and it'll, you know, and I come on back. But it be a lot of times the devil he attack my mind a lot of times.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, what I find out is.
Yeah.
What I found out is that the devil he will only attack what's the strongest thing, and if your mind, if you have a strong mind, that's what he's going to attack. If your finances are always intact in the areas, that's what he's going to attack. He's going to only attack what he's how do you want? I lost the word. I lost that word. Yeah, what I was finna get ready to say, it'll come back to me, but maybe another time.
I agree. There's so many people in the comments. Thank you so much for the comments on here. The value of marriage has changed. Yes, it has. I think what I'm seeing now with people that are in their 30s, like even 40s and even 50s,
Yeah,
they have been traumatized.
traumatized.
A lot of traumas that have not been dealt with from their childhood even up until their adulthood. So there are some that haven't seen a good marriage. My mom and dad, I grew up in a house with my mom and dad. They were married.
Yeah.
They were married for about almost 30 years. They got divorced. My dad remarried. And his up until he passed away, he was married for quite a, oh.
You got a phone call.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Greetings, grace and peace be unto you.
That's my brother Marvin. What's up, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every day above ground is a good day.
Yes, indeed. I love it.
But let's jump right into it. Truthfully, a lot of men have not had anybody to mentor or show them
That's
what
right.
home is supposed to look like.
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of them grew up in a single parent home.
That's
Yes.
right.
So the facts or the statistics may sound good, but
That's
the
right.
reality is we can go spiritual, we can go natural.
Yeah.
Spiritual, the enemy has been put attack on the black family,
Yeah.
so he took
Yes.
the men out of the home and left the women to raise the home. Naturally, the men have seen, or the children have seen the father degraded and all manner of stuff going on. You talking about from the 60s and then to the 90s.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
change has taken place.
Yeah.
It's not for God now. And now, see, I grew up in church, and so I've had strong leaders that helped guided me. My grandfather was the one in my household because my father wasn't there. He was around somewhere, but he wasn't there. So when I got to see him 3 times, I knew who he was, and I thanked him for even
Yes.
stopping by. Let's
Yes.
just be truthful. I thanked him for stopping by, but he had no bearing in my life because he didn't leave anything.
Wow.
But my grandfather did.
Mm.
My grandfather was the man of the house.
So,
My grandmother, she was the woman of the house, and literally she was. And when she tipped him off and he raised his voice, everything shut down. I seen it.
so
Yeah.
Bishop, let me ask you this: where did you learn how to be a man at?
I learned from my grandfather because I didn't know even younger that my grandfather owned the businesses. I didn't know that.
Gotcha.
I went with him to work every day. And I learned besides other men. They were teaching me how to, I learned about plumbing. I learned about carpentry. I learned about construction, mason bricks.
Yeah.
I learned about electrical. I learned all of that from my grandfather. And then when he started coming to work, I kept going.
Wow.
And one day I had a conversation with a man there, and I thought he was a general manager. And he told me, "No, man, your father owned this business." I said, "What?" I said, "What? What'd you say?" "Yeah, your grandfather owned this business and the other one you went over to too." I'm like, "Huh?"
So let me ask you this right here. Knowing that your wife is strong and she's a very strong woman, and I said both of y'all are preachers, but y'all said but you have a very, very, very strong wife. How do you deal with her when when y'all having heated fellowship?
It's difficult because when you got two headstrong people,
Yeah.
There
they
you
can
go.
always butt heads.
Yeah.
Don't you
Yeah.
see the goats? They get up in the mountains
Yeah.
and they butt heads. That's
Yeah.
what they got those horns for.
Yeah.
But there's got to be one victor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm learning even in a household that she has a right to her opinion, and so do I.
Yeah.
But the enemy is Satan,
Yeah.
not each other.
Yeah, exactly. That's good.
So he'll cause us to raise a view of a point or opinion, and then therefore, boom, here we're heated.
Yeah.
And then I've learned that when things calm down, it's easier to settle stuff because once you go to war, you're going to war.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not there to pick sides. I'm there to take and conquer.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. You said exactly what I say when it's heated fellowship. All right, you go over there and let me go over here, and then I say
Yeah.
then we'll come back and we'll talk about it because me and my wife we the same way, headstrong, real strong, two
Yeah.
strong people. I ain't gonna back down. You ain't gonna back down. All right, well let me go over here and sit down for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll talk. But right now it ain't the time.
The statement says cooler heads prevail is true.
That's right. And that's what Jesus did. He waited till the cool of the day to deal with stuff because he knew
Thank
he
you.
knew he couldn't deal with it while he was upset and while
Yeah.
he was turning over tables and doing all what he was doing. He knew he couldn't deal with that, so he waited till the cool of the day.
How would you feel if I walked into your house and your house had people with their
Yes.
feet with mud crab under their feet
Yeah.
sticking on your table,
Yeah.
and they disrespected your house? How would you feel? You'd be upset too.
You'd
wouldn't
be
you?
upset
That's
too.
how Jesus felt.
Exactly.
So-
You'll be upset too. Exactly.
This is why I said dating has rules. Courting has rules.
Yes.
It does.
If we're dating, then we're just dating.
Thank you.
We're just
Exactly.
dating. Just let's not blow the horns and sound the whip,
Yep.
the sirens, and I found him. No, we're dating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Courting. Let's establish courting. I'm courting for a purpose.
A purpose.
A purpose.
Yes.
My
Thank you.
purpose is marriage.
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
understand what that means?
Intention. Yes.
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 Exactly.
I'm deliberate.
Yes.
I'm deliberate.
Intent.
I see what I want. I'm deliberate. I'm telling you why I'm here. This is why I'm here.
That's his
It's
wife.
either
right
yes
there.
or no, and not boom. See you next.
Yeah. Oh, you know them. And that's why your wife, she said in the comment, she said Marvin is really patient with me because she knows she a handful. She knows she is.
Oh,
But that's my
truthfully-
friend. I can say that to her. Though.
Truthfully,
She a
truthfully,
handful, and she knows she is.
truthfully, I am too.
Right now.
And you are too. And I said because I know both of y'all. So I said both of
Yeah.
y'all can be a bit much at times, but I know
Yeah.
y'all. I can say that. So
Yes. But that's what life is about.
Yeah.
You're not going to learn everything during the courting session.
You're not going to do it.
You can't. There's
can't.
too much about you how you going to take, come on now, you're going to take a paper and you're going to write all your thoughts on the paper and you're going to hand it to the individual and tell them to read through it. By the time they get to number 5, they don't even want to read the rest.
They don't want to read the rest. They be like, no, that's okay. I'm
come
done.
on.
You done scared the hell out of me. No.
You're not going to tell everything, and nobody does. You got to learn them because you're going to see some of the kinks. Then you can say, okay, well, Lord, I'll handle that. Or the best part you say is, Lord, you send who I need. And then when he sends somebody, you say, okay, Lord, I'm not going to pick and choose. I'm going to take whoever you send me, and now let me work with what you send me.
That's right.
Now, that means he ain't tell you nothing because you asked him to do what? Send you someone, so he does.
That's right.
Then when they send you to him, then now you got to learn this individual.
You got to.
My first mistake was I got to learn that people will say what they want to say just to get you.
Exactly.
But I got to see your life before me. I got to see, do you really serve this God?
Yeah.
Exactly. For real.
Because I serve him. Folks serve God on Sunday to look good.
Every day.
But during the week, it's,
raggedy. Yes. Say it.
No. Like
I've seen
exactly.
it.
We're gonna get you and Shirley on the show. We're gonna get y'all on the show because I know y'all like to tell the buck naked truth. I know y'all like to tell the buck naked truth.
Life is that way. Listen, life is that way.
Yes.
Life don't cut no corners.
No.
They don't hand you no Pampers. You're gonna take it or you're gonna die with it. That's it.
Either way. Yes, indeed. Well, all right then, man.
That's it.
Well, all right, we're gonna talk real soon.
You got it.
Take care, man.
Appreciate you.
Grace and peace.
Yes,
Thank
sir. You want to run these commercial ads?
Yes. Oh no, you can do it. Yeah, go ahead, real quick. Can you do the promos real quick? Yeah, thank you.
Yes. So yeah, this is a friend of mine's. If you are looking for a personal chef, I'm telling you right now, he is the man, and he's saved too, and he's saved as saved can be. But if you're looking for a personal chef, or if you're looking for somebody to meal prep for you, if you're vegan, he can do vegan, or if you're not vegan, he can pretty much, dress it up however you want it. And if you're looking for a personal chef, reach out to Marquise. He's on Facebook. And if you cannot find his information on Facebook or anything like that, reach out to me and I'll get you his information for you, because I've passed him along to some people. Or if you want to just woo your wife, brothers, if you want to woo your wife and you want her to come home to a nice dinner, and while you got while you got your personal chef there cooking, that's the man right there. He can do that for you. All right.
All right. And then the
next one. Yeah. So this is a friend. This is a friend of mine's, and he's having this conference. And if you have a gifting on your life and you struggle mentally, things like that, or if you're a prophet, you're an apostle, or if you're any of those fivefold ministries, from what I'm understanding, I don't have all the details, but I will get all the details next time we come back. From what I'm understanding is it's going to be a lot of prophets, there's going to be a lot of apostles there, and there's going to be a lot of equipping, a lot of clarity, and a whole lot of understanding, and a whole lot of teaching. This one, I don't think this is going to be about the shouting and the dancing, that type of stuff. So you can reach out to him if you want to find out how to be a part of that or how to go to it. His name is Devontae Ray Jennings, and you can look him up on Facebook. Or if you cannot find him, again, reach out to me and I'll direct you to him, and he can give you the information that you need. And again, this is going to be a really good conference. If you have a gifting, and sometimes you have cloudy thinking, or you don't have clarity or understanding what's going on or what you're seeing or what you're hearing, he would be the one to help you with that. All right?
All right. And I think that's it. I know we probably going to come back to a part 3. We really appreciate those that have been watching and those in the comments. And did you want to say anything last, or are we done?
I'm done. I don't have anything to say, but peace in the Middle East and hair grease. God bless y'all.
God
Thank
bless
y'all
you.
for tuning in.